Welcome back to the Doom Ship, the terrible nickname I've given this league. We are 3-1. I lost a Jund, beat Blue White Control, Lantern Control, and Blue Moon Thing in the Ice. Let's see what we're up against here. This hand is slow. That's my big complaint about it. Turn 2 Tarmogoyf, turn 3 Lily. And we're up against, looks like KCI. Hand did not get any better against KCI there. Sure. So, I'm expecting to lose this game and have good sideboard cards for the match. KCI is just one of those interesting matches. It just, do they have it? Like, I don't have any reactions. I don't have anything that I can really fight him over. I think next turn I'll be playing the Nissa, scrying, digging for an Assassin's Trophy or an Abrupt Decay or Scavenging Ooze. And my plan has not changed. I could play... Yeah, actually I will change it. I'll play the Liliana just so I can try to get some damage through. Yep. This is why I really need Scavenging Use here. If this Goyf was a Scoos, I'd be much, much better off. Yep, might just be dead here. Sideboard cards we can bring in. We can bring in Graveyard Hate. We can bring in Counter Spells. We can bring in Unmoored Ego. So there's quite a bit here. Kalitas even can do a little bit of damage too. Can stop the creature portion of their combo. Because their creatures won't die. They'll be exiled. Bit slow. This is turn 4. So Assassin's Trophy is also coming in. I mean, I have arguably more cards to bring in than I have to take out. This is not a matchup I plan my sideboard for, because it just kind of gets hated on by everything I have. It's a gross win condition, huh? Very good against burn if they can try to get that down. Granted, you usually just kind of win the game when you play it. Okay. Bad cards. So we kind of broke the deck out here. Discard. Threats. Crave Hate. Effectively kind of like counter magic. Removal. And cards I don't think I'm interested in. Go with this. Absolutely like to play first. So as long as I draw land, this hand is excellent. This hand looks like turn 2 Tarmogoyf, turn 3 Unmoored Ego. Perfect. I don't mind shocking here. I know my opponent can kill me with Pyrite Spellbomb loops, but they seem to prefer killing with dealing 50 damage at once. Clark. For some reason that was Clark. Okay. Then we have their deck list. We know their hand. Can look a little bit. Psymaster Thopterus is a 3-mana 1/4. Whenever you cast a spell, get a 1/1. Okay, so that's an alternate win condition. So I'll bring in Abrupt Decay in the next match. Our opponent does run a couple negates. So how they can still win, it's going to be kind of tough on them. I still can, absolutely, and I haven't really presented a threat yet. So the cool thing is, if I get 2 more lands, I can Snapcaster on Mordigo and name their Psymaster Thopterist and lock them out of this game, make them try to win with a fair game plan. Who needs Stony Silence when you have Unmoored Ego? Granted, it's much worse if you draw it late, but, or if they already had a KCI in play. Gets the Wellspring. We know they still have a Terrarian in hand. Good news is their tutors can't dig for Psymaster Thopterist. Okay. Scavenging Ooze would be a great draw. But I didn't draw him. Oh, I got punished. I should have, attacked first. Now they have a target for the Retriever to grab. Looking at their list now, if it's worth holding up Disdainful Stroke mana. The only thing Disdainful Stroke can really hit is their Aetherflux Reservoir. So I think I'd rather just blow up their hand and pass. Can still lose here, absolutely. I would really like to have a Scavenging Ooze as the best possible draw I can think of getting. Can start eating their graveyard. Really want a Scavenging Ooze. And Nail Spellbomb would be fantastic too. Just be able to blow up their graveyard, slow them down a bit. I can still die to a massive Thopters with Psymaster Thopterist. I can still die to a lot of Pirate Spellbombs when they can just keep blocking. Yep, there's the Psy. Second ability, okay. They're targeting Pyrite Spell Bomb. It's possible I should try to hit Master Thopter right now with my surgical. That's unfortunate. So, copy and pasting their hand and their deck list. Looking over at their deck list here. Aetherflux Reservoir can still kill me if they have a ton of cards in their hand. I want to keep Disdainful Stroke up for that one. They can just keep looping cards. I really need another Grave Hate card to kind of blow up their graveyard. Yep. Engineered Explosive is very, very good against me. It's amazing how many cards KCI draws. Pretty much every card in their deck is like a cantrip or something to that effect. I do have Snap, Surgical Extraction on Trawler. If I want. Or Mirror Retriever, I can blow them up. Sure. I don't know what Wizards of the Coast was thinking when they designed this card. At this point, is my win condition to mill my opponent? Like, man, I'm just not drawing anything that'll actually help me win here. think I care more about my life total than Liliana at the moment. And a buried ruin in response? Sure. Now I can draw Kalidas, which would be phenomenal. Yep, can't stop that. Okay, that's just a preemptive engineered explosives. Sure. Kalidas. I have to play this or I die. But they can spell bomb, kill it, and then I die anyway. Wow, this is painful. Didn't draw a damn thing. Yep. So 3 and 2. Started out so hopeful. Do a little quick tech right here. If MTGO will behave. I know, in this league you had to deal with like 2,000 zombie tokens. You had to deal with KCI madness. Sultai Tracker. So the deck itself feels strong. I beat blue-white control, blue moon thing in the ice, lantern control, and I lost to KCI and I lost to Jund. Jund, I'm slightly unfavored against. KCI, I feel like I should be able to do something if I just drew a Scavenging Ooze or a Kalidas or Nail Spellbomb. Anything else there. I kept a very disruptive hand and then I didn't draw anything else. My 2 Tarmogoyfs got answered by their engineered explosives, which is kind of painful. All in all, Trophy's been great. Very bad against aggro. Not as great against mid-range, because you're just pushing them up ahead resources, as we saw when my opponent Assassins trophied me, and then I was able to play a Tarmogoyf and a Liliana in the same turn, when I wouldn't have been able to otherwise. Tracker is really good when you draw extra lands, and a 3-mana 3/2 when you don't. He's kind of like a higher-end Renegade Rallier. Renegade Rallier is much better at tempo than Tracker is, but Tracker certainly has a better long-term effect on the game itself. Now, I think that the whole deck is really close. Like I said before, the Kitchen Finks was just acknowledgement that the burn matchup isn't as good as it should be, primarily because Trophy is very bad against burn. I actually cut all 3 trophies when I'm playing burn. I cut the Thoughtseize, the trophies, and I bring in the Brutality, the Kalidas, Counter Squalls, and the Kitchen Finks. I tested a bunch of different cards. I tested Courser of Crewfix, which just ended up just being just the really worst kitchen finks. In my head, I was like, oh, Core Serve Crew Fix will work great with Clues. Tireless Tracker will work great with Nissa. And the extra life gain just seems great. And if someone kills it, oh no, my Tarmogoyf is a little bit bigger. It just never worked out that way. Ended up being a 3 mana card that did nothing. For 3 mana, I want to be casting Planeswalkers. For 4 mana, I want to play a Tracker and a Clue. Like this deck does have 24, maybe 25 lands, and it is mana hungry. It's very Jund-like in that regard. If you look at these are my Dark Confidants, and these are my Bloodbraid Elves. That'd be kind of probably the closest comparison. But the deck is pretty sweet. I think it's very, very good. 3-2 in a competitive league is real. It's just not what I wanted, especially after I started 3-0. So please leave a note in the comments what you guys think. We'll see you in the next one.